I'm gonna show you how to save hundreds, if not thousands of dollars on your next vehicle. If you don't know who I am, my name's Tommy. I've been in the car industry for most of my adult life. I've done sales, I've done finance, I've done everything in between, dressed up for Halloween, but let me answer this question on how to save potentially thousands of dollars on your next car. On this channel, if you guys know, we don't only talk about the answer, but I also like to give you the why. I think it's extremely important for you to understand the why so you can better negotiate the car deals and understand what the dealer is talking about. So let's talk about cash versus financing. Every dealership has a secret weapon. When we're talking about dealerships, it's the finance person in the back office. That's where the majority of money is made. And that is almost always a dealership's best salesperson. So when we're talking about a deal, if they're going to lose money on the front or the back, they're always going to trust their finance guy or girl is going to make up that money. I was in finance for years and I can't tell you the amount of deals that the front lost a few $1,000s on. And they said, hey, Tommy, we need you to come big on this one. And they always trusted me to do it because I ran such good numbers. And they're going to trust their finance guy that does this for 3,000 hours a year compared to the person that buys 5 to 10 cars a month. So how can you use this to your advantage? You never, and I repeat, never want to let a dealership know you're paying cash. If we're talking about the averages on commissions, when we're talking about a cash versus finance, these deal numbers aren't exact, but this is a rough estimate. If we talk about a pre-approval, so somebody's financing outside, on average, a dealership's going to make about $1,000 on the back. If it's a cash deal, it's a little bit more. It's maybe $1,300, $1,400. If it's a finance deal, it can be all the way up to $4,000. So you're talking about almost 4 times as much from a cash deal as a finance deal. So when we're talking about odds and percentages, it doesn't matter how tough you are in the front. If they believe they have the opportunity to make that money up on the back, they're more than willing to be more lenient and more willing to negotiate on the front. And this also goes with pre-approvals. You just hold it in your back pocket. Don't let them run your credit or anything, but tell them you're interested in financing and act like you're interested in financing all the way through. It's very rarely that once you get to numbers and agree to numbers, if you change your mind and pay cash, they're gonna reverse the whole deal. Normally they don't want an upset customer. CSI, which is Customer Service Index, is such an important thing now, especially when you're buying a new car, that they're not gonna be worth upsetting you if you decide to pay cash. They're gonna do everything they can to try to convince you to finance, but you don't have to. But there is some instances where you might want to finance versus paying cash on a new car. Let me explain. I think people really default to cash a lot of the times, especially with the rates the way they are. But we're talking about new cars. Almost every single new car has an incentivized rates. And right now, CDs at banks are like 5-6%. So as long as you can get a financing below that, it makes more sense to put that money in a CD and finance the rest than it does to actually pay cash for the car. That's guaranteed money in a CD. So, if we're talking about incentivized rates, I say almost always put that money somewhere where it can earn money versus paying cash, as these cars are depreciating assets. And if you can make some money to pay it, win-win. The lesson of today is to make sure you always make the dealership believe that you are financing. If they believe you're financing, they will believe they're making more money, which means if they need to, they will give you a bigger discount on the front. I promise you, I do this all the time. I saw it in my dealership all the time. You can potentially save thousands because they expect to make that money up on the back. The second they learn you're paying cash, they're not going to reverse it. They're going to keep it how it is. But again, I recommend financing with your own credit union if you can get a better rate versus a CD, especially on a new car with incentivized rates. If you guys want more content like this, I want you to like, follow, subscribe. I want you guys to thank you for 1,000 followers. This has been such an exciting ride over the last 30 days. I truly appreciate everybody's support. I do 3 videos a day, so if you guys want more content, thank you. Have a great day.